wonderful bar cookie that is chewy, it's citrusy, it's flecked with nutty poppy seeds, and it's really easy to make. I love these bars for picnics. They're like the perfect picnic snack. Another great thing about these, you can make them in advance. They keep really, really well, and they freeze well too. Not that you're gonna have any left over, but just in case. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make the dough. I have the zest of 2 lemons. It's a lot of lemon zest. I mean, look at that. But that's what gives it its intense citrusy flavor. And then this is just sugar. And just regular salt. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna mix the lemon zest into the sugar. I'm releasing the oils, the lemon oils that are in the zest. So if you skip this step, you're gonna be losing some of that lemon flavor. This just brings it out. You can also do this with your hands and just like kind of rub the zest into the sugar, and it's aromatherapy, and it is fabulous. Although this is also aromatherapy if you just breathe deep. And you see it just looks like sand, looks like yellow sand. And now you want to add your butter. This is basically making a shortbread. Most lemon bars have a shortbread crust. So we're going to beat the butter in until it's all combined. Save these guys, fold them over, because look at all that butter. And then pop them in the freezer, and then use these to grease your pan. No waste. And then once that looks nice and smooth, you want to just add your flour, all-purpose flour, and vanilla extract and poppy seeds. So I'm gonna mix this until it's a little shy of being a solid brick of dough, because I want to pull some of it out, and that's gonna be our streusel topping. So we don't have to make a separate streusel, it's all part of the same recipe, which is very easy and very good. And it's delicious that way. You know, when I was developing this recipe, I was trying to come up with like different ways to put the topping on the bars. I was like, should I do a lattice? Should I make it fancy? And I was like, you know, streusel is just easier, and it has such a great texture too, because it's a little bit crumbly. So that's gonna be for our topping. So I'm gonna press the rest of this into the bottom of the pan. This is just an 8-inch pan. Parchment paper, grease the pan, put the parchment paper on, and then this is gonna help you lift it out later. Help me lift it out later. And you, when you do it at home. It's a little bit sticky, this dough, but that is also what helps keep it tender. And then the trick is, I'm not gonna try to use my fingers to press it into the pan, because it would really make a mess. So I'm gonna use my little offset spatula and a bench scraper. So these bars are incredibly versatile. You can use the same dough, but instead of lemon curd in the middle, you can use jam, which is so good. Raspberry jam is delicious. You can use like a caramel, like a dulce de leche. Just anything sort of sweet and sticky is gonna be really good in these bars. But my favorite is a lemon curd, because the lemon curd just gives it that brightness. And this is already a rich cookie, and so this just cuts a little bit. So I'm trying to get this in an even layer. It doesn't have to be pretty on top, but you do want it even so that everybody gets the same amount of cookie. Otherwise, somebody's gonna get more cookie and someone's gonna get less cookie. So be good to your people and make it nice and even. You don't need to do this, but it makes it really nice. If you just take this, it just helps get it into the corners nicely and onto the sides nicely. I just learned this myself. This is a food stylist trick. Okay, so lemon curd. This lemon curd is a homemade recipe that I have at NYT Cooking. If you want to find it, I think it's called something like the easiest lemon curd in the world, and you do it in the microwave. It comes together in 5 minutes, and it is so good. But otherwise, buy lemon curd. You can buy it. You can make whatever recipe you like. So there's lots of ways to get the lemon curd. By the way, the reason this looks a little bit light in color for lemon curd is because part of the recipe calls for putting it in the blender, which aerates it ever so slightly. It doesn't affect the flavor at all. It's just a slightly fluffier texture, slightly lighter color. And that is it. So you want to cover most of the surface area, but you still want to leave some gaps so that the lemon curd can bubble through, and then that looks really pretty. And it gets a little brown. It's really nice. Okay. Wash my hands, put in the oven. Really lick my fingers. Who am I kidding? So I've preheated the oven to 350, and then this bakes for 40 to 50 minutes. Okay, so what you're looking for, when you know these are done, should be golden brown. I mean, you'll just see that the curd looks set. It looks a little bit shiny, it looks set. If you jiggle the pan, it's not moving, and then you just let it sit for about an hour and a half at least. You can let it sit for a few hours. It needs to really solidify before you cut it, otherwise the curd is just gonna run all over the place. So just let it hang out for a few. And the best part of every video is where I get to eat the thing I just made. I love lemon bars so much, and I love poppy seed, so these are just my dream cookie. Pro tip, take one with the brown bit on the edge. That little caramelly bit is where the lemon curd hit the pan and got chewy and caramelized, and it is the best bite. It's so good. And the whole thing is so good. These are perfect. They're like my perfect cookie. You can find the recipe for these and for all the other recipes that we have at NYT Cooking at NYT Cooking, or click the link below. They're there for you. Cheers. Good work.